What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, I'm going to talk about this Thursday night football game, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, we all know this is a pivotal divisional game. This is a rival. They put some of the best games out over the years, and to this day, even with a lot of the star players over the years, probably no longer on the teams or a little bit older, they still managed to put on great matches. But in particular, this night, it was all about the Baltimore Ravens. Now, we all know it's been a whole bunch of stuff going on with, the Baltimore Ravens and Ray Rice, that whole situation. Just, 2-3 days after being cut, they had to come back and play, Thursday night football against one of their rivals. And let me just say, man, they look pretty damn good. That offense looked pretty good. Joe Flacco looked pretty good. And that defense, that young defense is going to be a problem. I can see it now. I can see now that this young Ravens defense, if they continue to keep things rolling and just have that continuity, and they got the leadership from Terrell Suggs and Nata, I can't never say his name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He got the tip interception off of Big Ben Roethlisberger. This defense can cause problems in this division. And just overall, get back to that, top 5 spot defense or #1 defense, get back to that stage. They got a lot of young talent, and they got Ladarius Webb, of course, their best corner. When he comes back, it's going to be a problem, man. This team was coming after Big Ben Roethlisberger and those guys. This is the first time, I believe, since 2006 that the Baltimore Ravens shut down Big Ben's offense. Yeah, that just tells you something, how much they wanted this game. They needed this game. They didn't want to, be 0-2 in the in the division, because it's going to be a tough division, But yeah, it was a great game for the most part. But inside the second half, man, it's like, I don't know what the coach said to those guys, but the Ravens just turned it up a notch. They turned it up a notch, another level on the offensive side of things and on the defensive side of things. They was coming, and on the flip side of things, the Pittsburgh Steelers, we all know that their offensive line was a little bit shaky last season, and I heard that they were supposed to be better this season. A lot of players coming back. Same way for the Baltimore Ravens, a lot of injuries on their offensive line, but I believe everybody is healthy now and in form. So it's going to be interesting to see, later on down the line when they meet back up again, what their record will be like, because it's going to be, I'm still counting them, either the Steelers or the Ravens, to win in the division. I'm sorry. I know I'm a Bengals fan, but it's hard to say. I just don't know. They have all that talent on offensive defense, but it's still hard to say with those guys. You just never know. But yeah, they forced 3 turnovers, the Baltimore Ravens. They was just playing fierce, They didn't let Big Ben dominate with his arm or his running ability. They got to that guy. And on the I'm so sorry. It's late. I'm just stumbling over my words. I'm trying to do this video quick so I can go to sleep. Gotta work later. But as far as the Steelers, this wasn't, one of their best performances, obviously. They didn't look like they were focused, too focused, because I never saw the Steelers not scoring any points on the board. It's been a long time, like I said, a long time since Big Ben has not put points on the board. 2 field goals is not going to cut it. But oh, another thing. This is my second game seeing this boy Forsett. Now I know Ray Rice was their leader in the running back group, but man, Pierce and Forsett, those guys, those dudes, they look pretty damn good, man. They got some strength, they got some speed, especially Forsett. I don't think they're going to miss Ray Rice that much, because those 2 running backs, it's obviously they're going to get a lot of touches. That's going to be a nice little duo, because those guys, they put on a show. And even last week, Forsett, he had his moments. You can see something special in his running back. He's fast. He's a little strong. And Pierce, we all know about him. He's pretty much the same. But if they can keep the running game going, and if Flacco can be consistent, and they got Steve Smith and the other Smith and Owens, the tight end, I'm telling you, man, this Ravens team can be pretty damn good this year. We just have to wait and see what happens. I know it's early, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But anyway, final score of this game was 26-6. You know me, I like to give stats, so here you go. Ben Roethlisberger, 22 of 37, 217 yards, 1 interception. I think he was sacked twice. Joe Flacco, 21 to 29, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. I see he was efficient. He didn't put up big numbers, but he was efficient. Bell, 11 carries, 59 yards. Pierce, 22 carries, 96 yards. Forsett, 8 carries, 56 yards. What's his name? The receiving bunch, Brown, 7 receptions, 90 yards. Steve Smith, 6 receptions, 71 yards. And yeah, man, this is going to be a nice little division meeting when they do meet up again. I think it's in November. I believe they meet up again. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams' records are going to be by the time that they meet again, because they still have to play the Cincinnati Bengals, you know, and things like that. But anyway, tell me thought about the game. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Check out my previous video. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share, and I'm out. Deuces. Oh, and if anybody can hook me up with some logos or a new intro, hit me up.